ever. And there's a raging argument on the internet, who can beat Superman? Who can beat him? And lots of people say he's unbeatable. I don't think that's true. I think there are at least 10 that can beat him. And here they are. So first on the list is Captain Atom. Now Captain Atom matches Superman strength-wise. Maybe he's a little bit below, but he's at Superman's level. But it's Captain Atom's other powers that are going to give him an advantage. You see, Captain Atom can expel and absorb any form of radiation. This means that he can expel sun radiation and depower Superman. He can expel kryptonite radiation and depower Superman. Or he can even absorb the solar radiation stored inside Superman's body and depower Superman. So he can beat Superman. Number 2 is the Flash. Now the Flash is immensely faster than Superman. Flash can speed steal from Superman, which involves taking Superman's speed and adding it to his own. It's been described as being thrown out of a car moving at 2,000 miles a second. He can also do an infinite mass punch, which is basically Flash going as fast as he can and then punching. And it's been described as being hit by a dwarf star. Now for those that don't know, our sun is a dwarf star. So the Flash can basically hit you as hard as the sun. But Flash can also vibrate his molecules, and so he could scramble his brain and destroy his heart. Or he could even trap him in the Speed Force. Next is Shazam. Now Shazam is basically Superman's equals. They fought to standstills before, and he's just as strong as Superman. But Shazam's advantage is that his powers are magic based. And as we all know, Superman has a weakness to magic, giving Shazam the advantage. Next is the Atom. The Atom can shrink down to subatomic sizes. He can even go so small that he can ride sound and light waves. So he could paralyze Superman, or even worse, by destroying parts of his brain. Or he could also do what his Earth 3 counterpart did in the Trinity War and stab a sliver of kryptonite into his brain, which caused Superman to become extremely sick and weak. If it had been left there, Superman would have died. Next is Martian Manhunter. John Jones has handled himself against the entire Justice League before, so it's safe to say that he could take on one member. It's been stated that he is stronger than Superman, but I'm not entirely sure that that's true, just given how strong Superman really is. But that's not the only powers the Martian Manhunter has. He is one of the most powerful telepaths in the DC universe. So he'd be able to drive Superman crazy, trap him inside his own mind, or even simply just fry his brain. He can also become intangible, shapeshift, and move faster than the speed of light. Furthermore, Superman even admits that he's afraid to face Martian Manhunter in combat. And if Superman's afraid of you, you know you're the real deal. Dr. Fate. Like I mentioned with Shazam, magic is a strong weakness of Superman. And just like with Shazam, Dr. Fate has the advantage of magic over him. Now Superman can still figure out a way to defeat most magicians, like breaking Satana's voice box before she can even speak. But Dr. Fate is one of the strongest magicians in the entire universe, and he has access to some of those powerful spells of all time. So he can more than hold his own against Superman, even having the ability to give Clark a fate worse than death. Next is Supergirl. So Supergirl has the exact same powers as Superman, so it's safe to say that she can beat him. Now I'm not saying that she can beat him 10 times out of 10, because Superman just has more experience, but even 1 times out of 10, that's still beating Superman. Wonder Woman. If it's a pure contest of strength, then Superman will win just because he's stronger than her. Still, Diana can put up a great fight against him, even if it is solely just strength. However, the advantage that Wonder Woman has is her fighting ability. She has been trained from birth to be a savage and feared warrior, and she is a better hand-to-hand fighter than Superman will ever be. She also has a magical sword that can cut Superman, which means it can kill Superman. With all these combined, she can defeat Clark. Number 9 is the Green Lantern. I think that any Green Lantern that knows Superman's weaknesses can possibly defeat him. Like, they can create a portal and send him to a red sun, or use the ring to simulate kryptonite radiation against Superman. There's also a very unique way that a lantern can defeat Superman. In the Injustice storyline, the lantern chip stopped the synapses from firing Superman's brain and nearly killed him. Last but not least is Firestorm. Firestorm's signature power is the ability to rearrange the atomic and subatomic structure of inorganic matter. So he can rearrange subatomic particles to create objects of different atomic characteristics. For example, he can turn oxygen into gold. He can also turn anything into kryptonite. He can effectively turn all the oxygen and other materials surrounding Superman into kryptonite. He can also absorb solar radiation for Superman. So Firestorm can beat the Man of Steel. So that's my list. Let me know if you disagree or agree in the